How to tell when it's time for brake repair. When you're planning your springtime traveling, you should make sure that your car is in shape. If you have had your spring general car maintenance done, then you'll have an idea of the auto repair that needs to be done. If you're driving and notice that your brakes are just not responding as they once did, you may be wondering if it's time for brake repair. Your car will give you definite signs when it's time for repairs, and you should be well acquainted with those signs so that you'll not be stranded on the side of the road waiting on AAA or calling your friends and family. The early sign that repair time is coming. If you have regular inspections, you may be able to time when brake repair is approaching. When you have your inspection, you'll be able to look at your brakes and brake pads to see what effects your driving has had on them since the last inspection. Your brakes are part of the braking system, and if any parts begin to show any wear, it's important to monitor that wear. The brake pads are sitting at the top of the brake discs. The pads squeeze against the discs when you step on the brake pedal. Brake fluid keeps the entire brake system clean and lubricated. One of the earliest signs that you'll notice when you're driving is that you have to press on the brake pedal harder or longer than usual. Your brake fluid could be low, or your pads may be worn. If your pads are low, you should change them or replenish your fluid if it's low. If you ignore the early signs, if you continue to drive with worn pads or low brake fluid, your car will give you more urgent signs. The brake pads could wear down to the point that the brakes are now in a metal-to-metal contact situation. The metal grinds against each other and produces a grinding metallic sound when you step on the brakes. That's a clear warning to engage in brake repair. You should look at your brake pads and discs. If you see gouges or deep lines in the surface of the disc, you should replace those immediately. When you replace the discs, it should be done in pairs. If you replace the pads, you should do that in pairs. This will ensure that your brake pads will wear evenly. The dangers of driving with bad brakes. Driving with bad brakes is a very dangerous thing to do. If your brakes fail, you could have an accident and cause property damage and injury. If you drive with damaged discs, the consistent grinding could cause the metal to crack, resulting in a complete loss of stopping power. If you regularly maintain your car, you'll be able to stay abreast of the health of your brake system and be able to prevent brake repair and keep such catastrophes from happening. It is said that the best part of a trip is the journey, and if your car is in good health, you'll be sure that your car will be able to take you through the spring and into the summer traveling season.